Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and Fighting Camp Remix is coming up, and guess what, it's gonna be all about Toxicroak and Throh. So this video will kinda make no sense to you, but we're gonna analyze my top 3 recommendations that you can use, and trust me, this cap is absolutely garbage. It's completely RPS, and it's all about if you have that Throh on Toxicroak or not. So we're gonna have the first team lining up. It's way to victory with Poliwrath up on the lead, Toxicroak and Throh at the back, obviously. My next teams will not be about those two most of the time, but anyways, we're gonna have Poliwrath, which is gonna be a spammy option for this cap, relying a lot on its charge attacks to work. And of course, you need Scald and Ice Punch. Dynamic Punch, not so much. I think that Ice Punch is gonna help you a lot as a cheap charge attack, while that Scald is gonna debuff the enemy and will give you a chance to overcome your opponents. As a closer, we got Throh, because a lot of trainers are gonna have back there that Toxicroak, which is gonna be kinda problematic for this cap. And of course, we're gonna have that Toxicroak of our own, and trust me, this Pokemon is gonna do a lot of work against anything. It doesn't have any real counters other than the Throh, and even against Throh, with that Zen Headbutt damage, you can still do a lot of work with your counters. Core breaker of this line is gonna be the Surfetch, because it has access to Leaf Blade for that Poliwrath, and Brave Bird, which can nuke down the backline with ease. However, it's all up to you. I don't know if Surfetch is gonna be that meta relevant, but it's all about Toxicroak and Throh, and this line kinda loses to Surfetch overall. Now battlers, we move forward to a team without Throh or Toxicroak. You do not need, most of the times at least, those Pokemon to succeed in Fighting Camp Remix, so feel free to use another version of a counter user like the Shadow Machamp, the Shadow Hitmonchan, or something like a Shadow Hariyama for your line. In this team I feature Shadow Hitmonchan, Shadow Machamp and Blaziken, so you can have a better understanding of the meta and see how cool those Pokemons can be. While Shadow Machamp is kinda pretty straightforward with its fists and cross chops doing most of the work, you can see that at the back we got a safe switch on the face of Shadow Hitmonchan, and this Pokemon has access to the elemental punches. This is gonna be a critical point of view for that Remix cap, because you're gonna see that Hitmonchan is gonna apply a lot of coverage against the meta, and you're gonna be able to go ahead and destroy down the enemy with your Shadow bonus. Having access to Power Punch can also help a lot by getting a shield while vamming up your counters, which can be a game changer at the end game of that battle. Closer of this line is gonna be Blaziken, and Blaziken has access to Brave Bird, which can destroy down whatever your opponent has on this Remix Fighting Cup. Core breaker of this line is gonna be Toxicroak, obviously because it resists those counters, but still Toxicroak is kinda classy and has to block most of the times. So with this line you can pressure so much even a Toxicroak in doing some mistakes, and you can get the wins even against the king of the meta. And of course battlers, we have now the final team showcase with another triple counter team. We have Toxicroak as our safe pick here, and you're gonna see that Toxicroak is gonna be pretty much everywhere, so I'm gonna analyze any more on that Pokemon. Just use it with the standard moveset, Mud Bomb, Sludge Bomb and counters, and you're gonna be just fine. At the front we got Primeape, which is gonna be a pretty nice and spicy Pokemon to use for the meta. You're gonna have the Night Slash, the Ice Punch and the Close Combat, but I recommend using Ice Punch over the other two, and if you want something for coverage, just feel free to use your Close Combat, because it is gonna help you a lot, or even Night Slash if you want to risk for that boost so that you can have even stronger fast attacks with Primeape. As a closer, we got here Breloom, which is gonna do a crazy amount of damage to the enemy, but it is gonna take a lot of damage in return, even more damage than Primeape takes, so you can either deliver hard-hitting moves with Dynamic Punch or Seed Bomb, or just take some really nice moves and you're gonna faint, unfortunately. The only good thing about Breloom that other Pokemon do not have is gonna be the Poliwrath matchup, so Breloom definitely a nice spicy anti-meta option. Core breaker of this line is gonna be Throh, because obviously we got the Toxicroak. Throh is gonna be in there, and we do not have a clear answer against that Pokemon, but still Throh is not that much of a great Pokemon. Zen Headbutt is kind of a garbage move even when it's gonna be super effective, and Body Slams can be taken by that weird Pokemon. So that's all, trainers. Thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care, trainers.